Welcome to the channel. My name's Alan Sams, and hope you're doing well today. We're going to take a look at this beautiful Epiphone Les Paul Custom. This is a guitar I just recently acquired, and it's a part of the Gibson, or inspired by Gibson line that Epiphone put out a couple of years ago, and so far I'm digging it pretty well. So let's kind of get into some of these specs, and then we'll take some listens and all those other good gear video things that people do. So starting off, it's an all mahogany body, no maple cap. So it's just like the real deal. It's got several layers of binding around the front of the guitar, single layer binding on the back, up the neck, and then even the headstock is bound with the big diamond on there. It has 18-to-1 ratio Grover tuners on it, and they're very smooth. Tuning stability has not been an issue. It has pretty traditional bridge and tailpiece setup with a three-way toggle switch. It's very simple, where it's just volume, volume, tone, tone. No fancy, pots or anything like that, as far as coil splitting or any of that kind of thing. Obviously gold hardware. It's got a ProBucker, sorry, 2 in the neck, and a ProBucker 3 in the bridge. Now, one of the things that I really, really, really like about this guitar is the playability of the neck. It's a nice kind of like, it's listed as like the Les Paul 60s, layout or form. And it is a thin neck. It's kind of flatter on the back, but it's still very comfortable. And one of the things I really like about the neck is the Ebony fretboard. It just plays. It's just almost effortless for bending and that sort of thing. The frets on this guitar are done very, very well. I noticed that when I had the 1959 Les Paul Standard, the one that they worked with Gibson on, as far as the Epiphone Gibson Custom Shop one, there was a lot of grit on those frets, and so when you could feel the scratch. There's none of that on this. There was a lot of attention paid, or a lot of attention paid to the details on this guitar, and it plays really, really well. So you'll notice right away this guitar is definitely one that is definitely modeled after a classic guitar. Or definitely modeled after a classic Les Paul. The benefit is it is an Epiphone, and so it's going to cost you a very small fraction of a custom shop Les Paul Custom. So you can. It's perfect for that kind of classic rock, or just straight up rock, blues, whatever you want to play. But it's just good. The pickups here. I'm in the bridge right now. All right, we'll go with both pickups now. It's a lot of sustain. Like I said, very easy playing guitar. I've owned a few Epiphones this year, and out of the ones that I have owned, I'll say this one to me feels the most like a Gibson. it has that. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's just the ease of, how easy it is to play and how comfortable it is to play. It's heavy. Don't get me wrong. That's one thing about this guitar. It's not weight relieved. It's definitely got some some girth behind it. This guitar is probably about 9.5 pounds, I want to say. Wouldn't be surprised. All right, let's take a listen to some clean tones here, and just to let you know, I'm just going through my Blackstar HT5 that's running direct into my Focusrite, into my computer. I am using the Wampler mini Plexi for my overdriven sounds. Other than that, it's just a little bit of reverb coming straight off the amp. So we'll go back to the bridge here. Cleans up really well. One of the other things I forgot to tell you too is the control knobs on here. They are the speed knobs, so you can shut it down pretty quick if you need to, I guess. Go to both pickups, get in mid position here. And finally, we'll wrap it up with the bridge, our neck position. We'll put it back down on the bridge, and we're gonna kick it up a notch here with a little bit more overdrive and kind of get that a little bit more crunchier sound. So even in the neck position, I mean, the neck pickup's it's definitely a little bit at a lower output, but it doesn't get muddy. It still maintains that that overall sound. It's a great guitar, actually, man. I got to be honest with you, and like I said, it's made by Epiphone, so it is made in China. If that's not your thing, I understand. It's still for the money, and I hate that sentence, for the money. The guitar costs good money, and it's worth every dime of it. And some people may even feel like it's worth more than that. Anyway, guys, I do want to say thank you for spending some time with me, checking out the videos, and I really appreciate your support. Until next time.